Okay, Ab, I'm here with my partner, the one that did 100. Well, she did 99% of the work. Well, no, your boyfriend.
Johnny. Yeah,
Johnny.
He was real helpful.
Johnny, Ron Gilson.
Yep. Yourself.
I did nothing. Joey Shimataro, just for the record, I did nothing. I'm providing the space because I do not want to take a ton of. I don't want to take credit for doing stuff that I didn't do.
But a lot of people in the community and a lot of my friends, just all pitched in a little place and helped me coat some screens to burn or do different things for me.
But we're talking about the partner with the artist, Abby Ytzen and Captain Joe and Sons. This Saturday, May 21st, from 10 to 12. There's going to be free food.
Yeah, and it's going to be delicious. One of my great friends is catering, and she has her own catering company. So it's going to be delicious. Come check it out.
It's going to be delicious, but it's going to be even more than, it's going to be, there's so multifaceted because we just had Pete Mondello, commercial fisherman, looking at, this is a screenshot of the book. Pete Mondello looked at it and he was fascinated with the information that that is in this book. And if you could get a guy that's been fishing for over 50 years interested in this, I think anybody is going to be interested in this. Abby, why don't you explain what you're going to be able to see when you come down to Captain Joe's May 21st, 10 o'clock?
When you come down Saturday morning, there's going to be a couple main pieces that kind of all work together. So one of the main, the meat of all the information for this project is going to live in this book that I've created. And there's going to be copies of that on display. And some other pieces that are going to be up are some one pretty large birch panel that I painted over the last 4 days of all the fish and a couple of the boats, and so it's a big scene. And then there's going to be smaller birch panels of different kinds of fish and boats too.
Now let me break it down for people so that they can understand, because you went very general right there, but what I want people to understand is that there's so many people that live in our community and they love that they live in a fishing community, but what you did was you broke down in very simple terms what each different fishing boat does, like a midwater trawler, a dragger, a lobster boat, a gill netter. You broke down each species, and then so people can see representative pictures of each of these things, and it's easy to absorb with all data of the average length, the number of boats in Gloucester that each different type of fishing represents. We'll go through a couple of the panels and so people can see. Right here, this panel right here. I didn't know that this was very interesting to me. Gloucester Boats 2010, and this is just one of the panels. Lobster boats represent 42% of the number of boats in our harbor, 18% are draggers, 17% recreational fishing. Other vessels, 14%, I don't know what that would represent. Gill netters, 7%, and midwater trawlers, 2%. This is just one. And then over here, the evolution of the fishing boat from the 1700 to 1800s. The average lengths. We'll go to the next panel. You have each different fish with the length, the weight, how they're caught, the average market prices. And there's several panels of that. Talk about lobstering, the average. There's different factoids about lobsters. This is a catch-all, broken down, information-laden book that has not been done before. It's amazing that it hasn't been done before, but you broke it down. You're a person from Iowa. Whatever. They're the same.
Yeah.
To me, they're the same thing.
Very far from the ocean.
Far from the ocean place. And you broke this down so that people that have lived on the ocean all their life are excited about this. It's crazy. I mean, why don't we talk about this panel, Abby?
Okay. One of the there's 2 pages kind of similar to this, and they talk about the yearly landings, and it's really interesting to track. I did it in 5-year increments, and the top 5 fish for each year by 2 different calculations. This page is about pounds, and the other page is about the fish's value. So that it's really interesting to see like the evolution of different quotas that are on the fish and just kind of like how they move and change. And it's also interesting to notice that there's some major players that stay all the way through.
Herring.
The herring, the cod, the haddock is on a couple of them. The pollock is on a couple of them.
Yeah, those are pounds right here. So you have it broken down by pounds. Do you have it broken down by money?
Yep, that's one.
Oops. Oh, I'll just change the screen here. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, this is by.
That's still 2010. Those are all the ones that I did. All the ones I made icons for. So those are broken down by the pounds that they landed each year. So this is by value.
Okay, so you got the dollar right there.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So this is the total value of the fish. And it's converted. They're all converted into $2010. So it's.
Oh wow! Look at this lobster.
Yeah.
Killing it. That's what I'm saying, baby.
Yeah.
All right. But I mean, this is so cool. I mean, all this information and like a 7-year-old or a 70-year-old would be interested in this. I mean, there's so much data and it's presented in such an easy way. It's just going to be so cool. Oh my Lord. So there you go. And so May 21st, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
There's going to be food. There's going to be information. Now the booklets, after the whole thing, where are people going to be able to see this booklet?
Well, that hasn't really been figured out yet. But the panels.
I imagine the library, you're going to be able to see it at the library.
Yeah, I have to talk to some people in the community. I haven't had time. I've been so busy in the production side of this.
We're going to make that happen. We're definitely going to make that happen. But so in other words, you have to come on Saturday.
You have to come because it's up in the air where the stuff will end up after there.
Right. So May 21st, but we should thank seARTS for making the grant possible that you earned, and believe me, when you talk about the money that they gave you, compared to the hours that you put into this, it's it's a little bit of money, and it's very helpful. Their marketing is probably
it's great. Yeah, and it's great that there's just an organization in the community that is doing that.
Yes.
And making things like this possible.
Absolutely, bringing people together to appreciate this kind of thing, and this is something that's going to last. This is going to hold up forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, I put in a side note that it could be updated as years go by, and.
Yeah, all you have to do is put in the numbers and in the charts.
So it could be kind of cool to see how it grows and evolves in the next years, as well. So.
Very cool, Abby. All right, well, Abby. We're gonna bang this all week long.
Yep.
Thanks for everything you did, Abby.
Thank you.
Abby, responsible for making this happen, and I want everyone to know that I really am just providing the space.
Oh no.
Captain Joe and Sons. My cousin Frank is a partner too. So there you go. Thank you, Abby.
Thank you.